Hello and welcome. Here I am with another video about black bear dog trading. Yesterday's video, I keep scratching my nose a little bit, by the way, because the air quality is so bad where I live. I am very close to where the major fires are happening in Los Angeles, so I get really a good sense of the bad quality of the air, and it's so thick and you can taste the smoke and there's ash everywhere. Anyway, so if I scratch my nose a little bit, forgive me. It's not a habit, it's my allergies acting up because of it. All right, yesterday's video I went over the final of the 4 trading routines that my bot is capable of analyzing. And so now the goal is to actually put this to work and see if we could do some trading with those strategies. But before you do that, there are a few things that I want to point out. Number one, please trade using paper money, meaning a demo account, until you are comfortable enough with how the methods operate and how the bot analyzes price in order to come up with the analysis that it gives you inside of the trade panel. Number two, verify. Even though the bot tells you you have everything set, ready, go, confirm. Confirm that everything is indeed set, ready, go. And thirdly, take your time, be patient. There is no rush. There is plenty of money to be made. There is plenty of money out there in the trading world. If you don't have a trade today, it's not the end of the world. So just take your time. And last but not least, my bot does analysis for every currency pair on every time frame. These are the water helicopters or the water planes that you hear going over my house now to drop boatloads of water, hopefully, but so far, unfortunately, it had little to no impact. Sad, really. Anyway, as I said, the bot will work with on every time frame and on every currency pair. Know this, however, the shorter a time frame you pick, the shorter the run will be. What do I mean with this? For example, on the MACCI routine, it would have entered, given a sell signal here, and it would have continued up to about right here, and that would have been done. That's a good run, and depending on how big of a lot size you have, you would definitely have made some money here. But as you have shorter time frames, this gets cut by how much. That is always a dubious figure because it is depending on how the price is going. Just be aware that longer time frames operate slower, but you have longer runs because they operate slower. Shorter time frames, you have more trade opportunities, but the runs, meaning the positions, are usually shorter. There are exceptions to the rule, but normally that is the case. So now, my favorite trading method, as I mentioned several times already, is the MACCI, and that's what we're going to try and see if we can trade. First, let me give you my exact setup. I have the trade MCCI activated. I then have my MA period set, which is the fast period, set to 5. Shift to 0, method to simple, and apply to the close price. I have my slow MA period set to 20, shift to 0, method simple, and applied to the close price. And my CCI period I have set to 20, applied to typical price. My buy zone and both my sell zones are the same distance, 40 pips each. And colors, that is entirely up to you, but these are my colors. I use blue for the top line of the buy zone and aqua color to fill the buy zone. I use red for the bottom line of the sell zone, and I use misty rose to fill the sell zone. The baseline, I have dark slate gray, and I use a dotted line at a thickness of 1. I don't know how annoying it is with the planes, but unfortunately there isn't anything I can do about this. So the arrow clearance, that is merely the distance from the bar to where the arrow will display, notifying you that you have a possible sell or buy entry. These are recommendations right here. If you have a 30-minute chart, set it to 5, a 4-hour chart, set it to 20, a daily chart, set it to 50. You play with this number and take what you find best for yourself. I have it usually set to 3 for the 30-minute chart because that is what I normally trade. Then we scroll down. I don't need to worry about breakout retracement. I don't worry about the patterns. So now I come to set a reward to risk ratio. I have it set to yes. The RRR, or reward to risk ratio, is 1:1 in my case. And my stop loss in pips for my ratio is 100. Again, you play with these numbers to your liking. This is what I am using. Set trailing stop, I have set to yes. I start my level at 100 pips, and I increase the trailing stop every time 50 pips have been met. Lastly, I have set partial profit. I set that to yes, and my partial profit alert is set to $75. Again, you set whatever you feel like. That's why I recommend you first use these routines, try them out on a demo account. Please know that partial profit is affected by the button that you press. Once you have an open order, the control panel will show you two options, 3/4 and half, which means if you click on 3/4, the bot will automatically take 3/4 of the partial profit amount, and if you click on half, it will close out half of the partial profit amount. Next is draw trend line. I have that set to no, and then the rest of it is just what you would like to have for colors in your trade panel. Last but not least, display alerts. I have that set to yes, because sometimes I get busy doing other things. There you go, like it just happened right now, and I have literally received the pop-up that the Euro USD is now above the MA and the CCI, and I have a buy order possible. So I click on OK. I closed also this, and now I'm going to confirm this. So it gave me a signal here, and according to my bot, the CCI is still in range mode, so that meant it's really not opportunity to enter a buy order, and it also meant that more than likely the level of the CCI ticked just above the maximum level of the buy zone, triggering this signal. So again, reasons why you need to confirm what the bot tells you and not just jump into it blindly. So at this point in time, the CCI is ranging. There is no need for me to look any further. Again, remember in prior videos, I told you I work from the bottom up, not from the top down. So this is it for now. There is no trade. When there is a trade, I will most definitely make a video about it right away so that you can follow along how I trade, and then you can duplicate my process. Last but not least, I usually trade the 30-minute chart. Rarely do I go lower than that. Once in a blue moon, I may go higher than that, 4-hour. If I do, it's usually the 4-hour or the daily chart. Tidbit, those two charts give you much longer runs as you can see, for example, right here on the daily chart, look at this long run. But the problem is that takes a long time and it's slow going. So if you rather have smaller profits and a little bit more often, then go with a lower time frame. Just realize that your positions are shorter. So that's it. I only trade also two currency pairs, even though I have a market watch list that contains 10. I usually always only trade the Euro USD or the USD JPY, which is the Japanese yen. The rest of these currency pairs right here, I have them here when nothing is happening in the market. Like for example, right now, then I can scroll in between and I can check and see if maybe somewhere else I have an opportunity to do something. But other than that, I usually don't trade those currency pairs other than the Euro USD and the USD JPY. I have a specific reason why I do that, and the reason is very simple. The fewer currency pairs you deal with, the easier it becomes to learn the nuances of how that currency pair moves and operates. And the better you get at analyzing that currency pair, and over time, the more profitable you will be with that currency pair, because you literally will develop what I call a sixth sense trading vision, which is like a third eye in trading, that you can literally say, oh, based on what I'm seeing here right now, this or this is going to happen. And you're almost always accurate despite not having done your analysis yet. So that is the primary reason why I limit myself to very, very few currency pairs. Last but not least, once I am in a position, I do not open another position until the position I'm in is closed. I learned the hard way that having multiple positions open can indeed increase your profits rapidly. It can also increase your losses equally rapidly, and most of the time that's exactly what it does, because you tend to get confused and you start making mistakes, having to keep your eye on multiple open orders from multiple different pairs. It doesn't make sense, at least not to me. Good luck to those of you who actually do that and are successful with it. I am not a multitasking trader. I am a single tasking trader, and I stick with that because it has proven successful for me. So this is it for now. As I said, if a trade comes about, I will definitely put it online immediately so that you can follow along and see what I do. That's it for now. Take care and God bless.